Oh my goodness, we are live in my kitchen. Oh my goodness, it is time for Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. I don't know what's happening tonight. I'm in the kitchen. Normally I'm outside, but I think the lighting in here makes me look pretty good. I mean, yes, I still look like a pasty white man, but now I'm a well-lit pasty white man. So let's get this party started. Cue the music, Marty. Da 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 da. Shakespeare's dance party. Da 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 da. No one else dancing makes me disinclined to put on their cameras. Ken is dancing. Why am I doing this? Why are people agreeing to do the things I say? We have an amazing show here tonight. We have the Atlas writer Ken Briodagh, who is currently ducking down off camera. We have Meadow Perry, Bubble Magician. We have Claire and TJ, as usual, from the Zenith Players. They're going to be talking about theatre. Yay! And all of that and more here tonight on Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. We're going to be playing a brand new stupid game tonight. You heard of Drunk History. This is Drunken Interests. So I can't get sued. Yes. And we can all blame Meadow for that particular idea. She put up a post and she's like, we need to do this. So I said, absolutely, we need to do this. And that's why that is happening. And let's get this party started in here. Let's get this party started in Welcome, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. Claire, I'm going to ask you first because I usually ask you last. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Oh, excellent.
Gearing up for this weekend. Pretty excited.
Pretty exciting stuff. Excellent. And do you have any particular thoughts, feelings, notes for the general good that you'd like to add to? I'm just having all sorts of internet issues here tonight. Screen going black. Do you have any particular thoughts, feelings, notes for the general good before we talk about your shows for this week?
Wear a mask.
All right, very good. Do you want to talk about your brand new Lunatic Fringe?
Yeah. So when COVID first hit, I warned everybody, don't cut your own bangs. And
that's good advice. That is good advice, people.
A couple days ago, and then decided I'm going to cut my own bangs.
So you cut them because you're bored?
Yeah, it happened, and I was like, what would happen? I don't have any auditions coming up, and they're not that bad.
All right.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. No, they look quite good. You don't look like you're a crazy person just going, what happens if I do it? What happens if I do it? No, you look like a nice normal person. So
I had a plan. I watched a YouTube tutorial. I was very careful with the scissors. I had my husband standing next to me for moral support. We were geared up.
Did you watch the YouTube video where the man is cutting his own hair and then blood starts shooting from the back of his head?
No.
It's a fake one, but it's amazing.
Oh, boy.
I hadn't told you this yet, Shakespeare, but my whole plan is just to cut my bangs live during this right now. So I'm going to get the scissors.
You see, the thing is, you'd actually have to give yourself bangs, Ken. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, if you do that, we will get ratings.
Can you get negative ratings? Is that a thing that can happen?
Yes, actually, but we will get positive ratings, and it'll be like, contribute to this fund to help Ken buy a hat to get over his bangs. It's amazing. Boys should only have bangs if they're trying to either A, look like the little Dutch boy, or B, be Harry Potter, he needs bangs. Or C, look like early Beatles.
Or if you
No, go ahead.
What if the look you're going for is Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber?
But why would you do that?
I think it'd be okay if you would like to please have some more.
Yeah, that's also acceptable. That fits in with the little Dutch boy motif. Yeah,
Sure.
I had the most amazing little mop top with bangs when I was like 6 years old. I looked adorable.
I also had a bowl cut when I was 6, and then again when I was about 10, and probably again when I was about 14. It was right.
I was going to say back when you were 34.
Yeah, it was either right after the mullet and before the rat tail, or vice versa. I forget now.
All right. Your wife Vanessa would like you to not give yourself bangs.
She's correct. As in most things, she is correct.
And friend of the show Jim says, "Don't be a bangist." And is that a word? It is now.
Bangers and match.
It could mean multiple things. Meadow, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. The boys are off to their fathers, so
we don't have any streaking.
We don't have any streaking. If you were here for the coffee,
oh,
no streaking.
Meadow did an amazing.
I mean, hold on one second. No, just kidding.
No.
That's a whole other show.
Yes, and we'd be banned from all the mediums forever. Yeah, but so Jim says all bangs matter. Jim, don't. No, just stop. Just stop now. No, there was an amazing episode of the Coffee Break about 3 weeks ago where Meadow was our guest, and then Yanni was just coming back in and out, and then eventually he was mostly nude, and I'm like, are we going to get in trouble?
And I was like, I don't know what just happened.
And then he was just like, oh, hey, hello, how you doing? It's my show now. And I'm like, this is amazing.
I have no idea where he gets it from. None.
Oh, goodness gracious. So we're going to have a marvelous time here. But first, let's talk about this week's news. All right. I hope we're all prepared to talk about the news. So this is a segment I like to call the news. All right. Yes. Kevin Smith, filmmaker Kevin Smith. It just came out yesterday. He is involved with a Green Hornet cartoon show.
Yes.
Oh.
If anyone can do it right, it's Kevin Smith.
All right.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I support it.
All right. Very good. All right. Cool. And all right. Very good. And that was the news. All right. So,
that was it.
all right. See.
Nothing else happened.
Next time we're gonna have like infographics and fixing. But yeah. All right.
Can I do the weather? I've got this blue screen.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Do the weather. All right. And now Ken with the weather.
Here you can see that the sun is rising in the west in this year of our Lord 2020, where nothing makes any sense and time doesn't exist.
I buy it. What's more? What can we expect for the overnight?
For the overnight, more hellacious heat and humidity, perhaps with a smattering of lightning strikes. Also plagues.
Also plague. Yeah. Now Daniel, friend of the show, Daniel Greenwolf, friend of some of us, says friend of some of us. That was. I'm sorry.
Friend of some, enemy of others.
Enemy of others. Friend of the show. Friend of some, enemy of others. There we go. He says he already wrote for Green Arrow. Yes, and he also wrote for He also wrote a Green Hornet comic a while back. Bill McNally says slow news week. Bill, talking about Green Hornet. That is not a slow news week. That is good news, and we're only talking about good news because if you want really crap news, you can go literally anywhere else. This is the internet. Even if this were not the year of COVID 2020, you could go literally anywhere else for bad news. Daniel says he is enemy of Ken.
Yes.
I thought he was my enemy, but there we have it.
Strike him down in my venture, for it is wrathful.
You're just gonna walk down the hall and be like, "Hey, come here, Ginger." All right. So before we get things moving on too much, let's talk about some upcoming events, specifically events that are upcoming for this weekend. And for that, we're going to move over to the Zenith Players. TJ and Claire and TJ, you are of the Zenith Players. And everybody, you can find more about the Zenith Players by going to zenithplayers.com or also go to their Facebook page, facebook.com/Zenith Players. And while you're there, click on the very attractive donation button. I think that is actually how we say it. So Claire and TJ, what do you have rolling for us this coming weekend? Week 19 or 20 of the quarantine? What is it?
20.
Holy crap!
We've been doing this for 20 weeks. We've had just shy of 40 individual readings. Very close to 100 different actors have read with us. I think if we include ourselves, it's 100.
That's pretty cool. Amazing. And real quick, just because I don't wish, I'm going to break the thread of this little bit of a conversation, but I don't want to break the thread of the ongoing Daniel Greenwolf saga, where he says he is currently in the gym right now getting ready for Ken. Ken, your response?
You mean getting tired? Some of us are always ready.
I need this in an epic poem.
Can you count?
We'll read it.
Can you count, Dan? Can you count?
Can count.
That's his own thing. Go follow Daniel Greenwolf. Go to facebook.com/Daniel Greenwolf for more on that. I mean, seriously.
Sponsored by Daniel Greenwolf.
Oh my God! Daniel, you're watching the show. We all know you'll hear me right now. Hi, this is your friend Shakespeare. Hey, how's it going? Want to throw some shekels my way? I work cheap. I mean for ads and sponsorships. And yes, can you count? I can count the ways I love you, sir. Would you like to sponsor this show? I mean for $50. I mean, yeah, I'll give you an ad. For $100, I will give you a baby.
As Daniel Greenwolf's mortal enemy and advertising manager, let's talk about analytics. I mean, what kind of an audience are we looking at here?
All right. So ordinarily, any particular episode of this during the watch is anywhere from on very low points, like 8 people, on high points, about 75 people watching it in the initial airing on Facebook, over on YouTube. It's roughly equivalent. It's actually in the high 200s quite often. And then rewatches over the week, it usually gets up to about 800, which you might be like, oh, hey, that's not crazy numbers. But when you're a Renaissance Fair entertainer, you're used to anywhere from an audience of your mom to like a couple of hundred. So having a consistent audience in the 80s live and then rewatches in several hundred is, by my metrics, pretty good. And we need to start redefining what these Facebook and YouTube watching metrics are, because everybody is having to move into these venues, and it's not just a few YouTubers that have 21.8 million followers. Like, seriously, this woman with her dog just talking crap about her dog, she has 21.8 million subscribers. 21.8 million.
We must have a bit with the dog.
That did it right there.
That's it, right there.
Yeah, that's it. I hated her, by the way. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I remember hating it. I remember hating her program, and it bothered me. And she just she's put out a call like, "Hey, everyone, talk crap about my dogs," and that it was a funny enough concept, but overall, I'm like, what? Just her entire persona. I'm like, I hate you, and I hate very few people in this life, and yet there it is. I hate her. I hate her so much that there were flames on the side of my face.
Yes, let it out. Let it out.
Heaving breath. I mean, I'm finding the email that was sent to me by our mutual friend Chris Coyer. Let me see it. Who was it? What is the name? Here's the link. I think I'm bringing it up on my screen right now.
Let the rage fill you.
You know what? It's so much more than rage. It is, Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles. I hate her. I hate her. I just said her name, so I knew what we're talking about. But now you all know, and I hate her.
I know some Jenna Marbles fans. They are fans.
Yeah, she has 21.8 million of them.
Mm-hmm.
So she did a really silly thing that I want to recreate. She took her hair and made it into a bubble wand and dipped her head and tried to blow bubbles. But they sucked because she doesn't have an awesome bubble mix like me.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Hear that, Jenna Marbles? We're coming for you. We're coming for you.
Your bubbles are garbage.
Yeah, if in the weird expanses of time she does a response video to this, she'd be like, "Who the hell are you people?"
We're talking a lot of trash for people hiding in our houses right now.
Right?
You know what? It's just like, come at me, bro. But here's the thing. So do the big YouTubers. They're like, come at me, bro. Come at me. I'm like, you're doing this from your mother's basement, Charlie.
I'll see you on the internet. You don't want to meet me on the mean World Wide Web streets.
That's right. And besides, you know what? I'm at least doing this from my own kitchen. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Come at me. All right. Anyway.
Don't at me. Don't at me.
Don't at me. Don't at me. Come at me, but don't at me. Then we did. Oh, my goodness gracious. Laura Boyle is talking some increasingly crap about you, Ken. She said Ken did 2 workouts yesterday. He'll lose because he's broken today. Against
no, those were half-ass. Those were at best mediocre workouts. I'm fine.
All right. Vanessa is saying that Daniel cannot afford to sponsor anything, and he said that this entire thing sounds like MLM stuff. No, this is not MLM. This is not multi-level marketing. There is no pyramid. There is no, so many of you at the base of the pyramid and me at the top of the pyramid collecting all the money, and then you have to attract more people. No, this is just me wanting your money.
For the record. For the record. I will sell your stuff, and you pay me to talk about it. That's advertising. I mean, that's not MLM. That's just basic commerce.
You didn't start with, "Hey, girl, I have a great business opportunity for you."
All right. Oh, right. Here we go. Hey, go. I got a great business opportunity for you. Come on over here with your ginger beard face and sponsor my show, you ginger magician, you. This is a weird show already, and I love it. I am here for this.
So, just to show you where I'm at, when he posted that clearly inflammatory comment, my head was like, of course it's some MLM stuff. Men who love men are all over this.
Fantastic. Susan Hill is saying Shakespeare needs a dog because of Jenna Marbles. No, well, I'd like dogs, but I have a cat and he's fine. He was literally, there is a stool right here next to me, and he was on it until the show started, and then of course it's like, no, I'm leaving. All right.
You should get a bear. That way, every time you end a show, you could exeunt pursued by said bear.
Yes.
You're pretty large, though. Wouldn't you count?
No, I'm not hairy enough.
Oh, goodness gracious. You lot keep talking because my device, my machine is deciding to freeze up here. So I will be right back. And we're going to give you a word from Ken Briodagh, Meadow Perry, and Claire and TJ from the Zenith Players. They're going to keep talking to you while I run away for a moment.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so now
this thing. What is everybody drinking?
I have a
I saw your fancy glass. Let me.
It's a very fancy glass.
Yeah.
From Home Goods.
Yeah.
It's very fancy. But I'm pretty sure it is just a wine cooler. It's like
Bartles and James.
Nice.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Oh, so we're talking about what we're drinking. All right.
Yeah.
I have black coffee, as usual, with some Jamesons in it.
Ooh, an Irish.
Indeed.
Who have Jamesons with Irish coffee or with black coffee? Hold the coffee.
So you're just drinking it straight. Jameson's neat. There we have it.
I poured way too much in here, so I'm not going to drink all of this.
Lies. Quitter.
That's like a lot. Okay.
Yeah. So answering some quick Facebook comments here. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Hashtag Shakespeare needs a dog. Again, I love them, but I don't need one.
I can arrange that for you.
My cat won't allow me to have one. My cat will kill the dog. Yeah, he will kill the dog. He tried to kill several dogs. He's tried to kill neighbors' dogs, my sister-in-law's dog. He's tried to kill the dogs.
Wow.
So, yeah, and he's big enough to make it happen. So
I mean,
yeah. Susan Hill, was I quoting Clue when I was saying flames on the side of my face about my undying hatred for Jenna Marbles? Yes. Yes, I was. Yes. Let's see. Jim, despite all my rage, yes, you still are a rat in a cage. You do you. All right. Love you. Yep. Hannah Franco, friend of the show. She is still just a rat in a cage. Well done finishing it. Daniel Greenwolf was saying that it is actually trickle-down economics. No, it's just basic economics. Daniel, this is how it works. You give me money, and then I'll do things.
Shakespeare's a job creator.
No, I'm not saying I'm a job creator. I'm saying you give me money, and I'll do things. I will say words if you give me the money to say those words. This has been happening since the Babylonians.
Money can be exchanged for goods and services. That's
exactly, Homer. Well done. Yes, well done. Why don't I have a control room and they could just throw these in at a moment's notice? That would be amazing.
Must be paid. Attention must be paid.
must be paid.
Laura Boyle also has a wonderful way of saying it. Hey, it's been a long time since high school. I have a business to tell you about.
Oh my God, yes.
Bill McNally is talking about both dogs and bears. He has a Newfie. Mm-hmm. She's a bear, yes. And both of us have seen that movie. Oh, St. Bernards are grand. Newfies and St. Bernards. Yeah. Newfies are just like old chocolate St. Bernards, basically. Bill is drinking mead. Susan Hill says, my cat sounds like one of our cats, maybe my cat, sounds like a new YouTube star already. Jim was asking, is this inspiration for Death by Fluffy Kittens? If I coin Shakespeare has wares,
yes.
Yes, speaking in meme speak, if you coin Shakespeare has wares, yeah, there we go. Well done. And you give me money and I'll do things. Also,
are you a constable? You have to tell me if you're a constable.
That's how commerce started. People just walked around.
It really is.
I will do things.
Every profession, including the oldest ones. That's how they begin. There we go. Oh, goodness.
Daniel Greenwolf, mortal enemy of Ken Briodagh, inventor of commerce.
Inventor of commerce, yeah. So just to throw all of this into a little bit of context, if you would like to sponsor the show, get me to talk about your goods or services on the show, you can email me, shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Speaking of, this is as good a time as any to break for an ad to pay some bills. Oh, my sweet baby Yoda. Friends, Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour is brought to you by the wonderful people at Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Hill Storage and Rigging Company.
Did he freeze? He
Hill
disappeared.
Storage Rigging Company is a wonderful company located in Pennsylvania, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And they are really specialists in moving and company.
Moving and storing and rigging. They are woman-owned. I know that much.
Yes.
He says movers and erectors, which I always find, kind of funny because I'm 12. But
I had an erector set when I was a kid.
They're very good at their job. Is what they're very good at their job.
And Shakespeare is extremely thankful that they've decided to sponsor, and you should all go out and patronize them, not patronize.
Hill Storage and Rigging.
Hill Storage and Rigging.
Hill Storage and Rigging. Perhaps hillstorageandrigging.com.
Apparently, my computer. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Apparently, my computer does not want me talking about commerce.
We did a weak attempt at keeping your ad going, though, so you're fine.
And I see some of it happening in the comments too. You are all amazing and wonderful. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hillrigging.com.
It was a great band.
It happened as soon as I attempted to try to share the screen. So what is going to happen is I'm just going to read the ad copy right here without doing it. But you can go to the good people at hillstorageandrigging.com. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands with services from their machine movers and erectors. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright, serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. They're a woman-owned small business with hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, available Saturdays and Sundays by appointment only, and you can call them at 717-944-7676. The number again is 717-944-7676. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, no job too large or too small. And as everyone has been saying all throughout here. Susan Hill was pointing out Middletown, PA. Janine Rinker, a small business. Jim Teasdale, family owned. Janine says they stole your machines.
And tell them Shakespeare sent you.
And tell them, honestly, tell them Shakespeare sent you. Susan Hill is, of course, no relation. There's no discount. There's no discount. Just tell them they like it.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Oh, goodness gracious. And Beth Trout Flanders says the Pleiades dance show might need to throw money at me. You know what? Do it. We'll talk. Well, yeah, and you can just email me, Shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com, or send messages to me on the Facebook page, which will get this dropped down in YouTube likes, or drop messages to me on the YouTube page, which will get this dropped down in Facebook and everything. Yeah, there's algorithms. I'm trying to beat them all. But basically, I want you to go here. I want you to go here. I want you to go here. Also go here. Go do that and do that thing too. See, if I'm just saying stuff, if I'm just do stuff, maybe I won't get in trouble. Who knows? Oh no. All right. But we're gonna talk to our main guest tonight. That's Ken Briodagh. And then we're gonna also be talking about all the shows with the Zenith players, Meadow Perry's Bubble Magic. Maybe we'll listen to some music. Who knows? My computer might crash again. It's my own fault. I moved everything into the kitchen. Then I did a quick reset of the internet. I only did a quick reset of my computer. Normally all of that works. Apparently not tonight. And or it's a full moon or the 13th or something. Maybe because it's Harry Potter's birthday. By the way, happy birthday, Harry Potter. I love you, even though your creator has some problematic stuff going on right now. But that being said, you know what? Let's just do it real quick.
Okay.
Ken.
Yes.
Theater owners. Meadow, how do you all feel about art, fantastic art with good messaging, being a bit different from a problematic person with their own messaging that almost flies in the face of it? Discuss.
I fully intended to do my drunk interests on death of the author, so now we're sort of stepping on that.
Oh, okay. We can come back to that. That's fine. All right. Meadow, any thoughts?
I know. I've never been too deep into Harry Potter. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings fan, so but it definitely
I accept everybody.
It's troublesome.
I only removed it from the. I didn't remove you from the show on purpose. I didn't remove. You know what? You don't like Harry Potter. All right, fine. You're gone. All right, there we go. All right.
Comedy is all about timing.
I don't not like Harry Potter.
Oh, I don't not like Harry Potter. Oh, Shakespeare, don't kick me out of the show.
I'm a Slytherin, so you know.
Oh, goodbye. That's worse. Sorry. That's worse. Sorry.
Ravenclaw
Don't like Harry Potter. Don't like Harry Potter. That's fine. That's your taste. Oh, I'm a Slytherin. Not in this house.
I mean,
sorry.
That was
weird. That was weird. Sorry. Hi. See, you know what? What I just did? That was an example of what Dumbledore did not want people to do.
But did himself all the time.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Rowling doesn't know how to world build.
Well, I would argue he was an example of do as I say, not as I do.
Hypocrisy? Yes.
Yes, he was a parental figure thinking he knows best, and then he owns up to all of it in books 6 and 7.
Yeah, I don't necessarily believe that he owns up to it.
Yes, he does. He totally does.
No, because
no, you're kicked out. All right, no.
What is this, the Shakespeare show?
Yes, it is. You know what? You're all kicked out. No, it's just me. All right, no, you're all gone. No, all right. We're bringing everyone back. Okay, all right, we're bringing everyone back. All right, fine.
Oh my God!
I knew what he was doing.
And Daniel says Shakespeare is a Slytherin as much as I'm not a Weasley. No, I am a PO'd Gryffindor. That's what I am. All right, there we have it.
That explains your totalitarian dictatorship that you're running.
Yeah.
Is that it?
My totalitarian dictatorship is full of laughter, and it just includes a ban button, and then I'll bring you back into the show because 9 seconds later I feel bad about it.
That sounds Gryffindor-y. I
Yeah.
See, it's what we do.
The
It's what we
guilt
do.
complex is strong in us.
All right. So we're going to get into all of that in a minute, but let's talk with Ken about his book, Stories and Sins, right there. Yeah, Ken, hold it up a little bit, tilt it so the light doesn't take it as much. There we go. Well done. Ooh. Stories and Sins. So let's talk about that.
Okay. This this is my book, Stories and Sins, released just shy of a week ago on Amazon, and it's a collection of poems and stories that are dressed up as poems, and it's all about an exploration of storytelling and the power of it, and my attempts to distill the seeds of stories into their tightest and most essential forms, which is largely what I believe poetry to be philosophically, is distilled language. And so I thought that stories are the oldest way that we humans have connected with one another. And in the world that we're in, that connection has become really important. And I thought that what could be a better time to try and distill that connection down the way I see it, and drop my book on the world.
Excellent. And so what type of poetry would you say is your favorite?
In terms of writing, I mostly write in free verse, mostly, although I love formal poetry. Villanelle is one of my favorite forms. There are 2 villanelles in the book. It's also one of the hardest for me when it comes to the actual writing. A villanelle is an old French form that came out of the oral tradition and has refrains and a sort of revolving rhyme scheme. It's a lot of fun. So that's probably my favorite formal type. Excellent.
And is that the exclusive type of poetry that you use in this book? Because I have not gotten a chance to actually look at it yet. I know. I actually feel really bad about it because I trying to read people's stuff beforehand.
No, it was. It is not. I have lots of different forms in here. There's a couple of haikus and limericks and definitely played with a lot of different form throughout. But a lot of it is. I would say it's fair to say most of it is either free verse or linguistic playing with rhythm and meter.
Oh, fantastic. And what would you say is there an overall thrust of the poetry in this book, or is it just an overall collection of your poetry? It's a bunch of stories and some sins, as it says.
Thematically for me, the thread that connects all of the pieces in the book are stories that have mattered to me, or moments in my life or in observing the world around me that have felt like there was a story underneath, and my imagination of what that story might be and how that moment could connect to me and hopefully to the folks who read it.
All right. So now my next question for you, my friend, is do you have a favorite piece that you would care to share with everybody right here?
I have many favorites, but if
Sophie's choice.
I read my favorite one last time I was on, so I'll read a different one this time.
Sounds good.
Politics.
Take the stage.
I will. This is the first poem in the book, and it's one of my newer poems, and I wrote it within the last 10 years since March that we've been quarantined. And it's about a lot of things, but it's a story that sort of makes me feel a little bit of hope about things that have been going on in the world. So I'll leave it at that, I think. It's called The Blow. Eagle beats his wings above a blizzard. 4 centuries cold, an eon old. Eagle owns the skies above the hungered. He flies blind to the storm and it's murdered, screeches that nature is his to hold. Eagle beats his wings above a blizzard to overlook the still frozen interred. Smug he hunts, sure kills hundredfold colds. Eagle owns the skies above the hunkered. He soars over cities of beleaguered, bedraggled, benighted, burning, sold. Eagle beats his wings above a blizzard that frosts amber fields, leaves them disfigured, painting the purple mountains white gold. Eagle owns the skies above the hunkered, but the hunkered are hungry to be heard, burning the streets and Eagle's strongholds. Eagle beats his wings above a blizzard. Eagle owns the skies above the hunkered, but they build a fire in the stone cold, a fire to warm them, break through the numb. There must come a time to free the controlled. Eagle calls their fire danger. Behold how you burn your homes, our myths become. But they build a fire in the stone cold. Raccoons and possums and ravens hold meetings and marches not to succumb. There will come a time to free the controlled, cry out the creatures at Eagle's scold. Blizzard freezes us and you are benumbed. We will build a fire in the stone cold. Eagle spies Raven, her words hot, gold. Burn cajoles Raven, thrum and beat drums. Time at last has come to free the controlled. The possums bring heat to the streets, and Raven knows she's been heard. The raccoons free the frozen imprisoned, and all can behold what comes of blizzard smothering. It becomes unforged freedom. Eagle beats his wings against the blizzard. Eagle seeds the skies to ease the hunkered. They will tend the fire against stone cold. For now is the time to free the controlled.
Well, that was fantastic. Oh my goodness gracious.
Thank you.
Well done. And I'm going to bring our other guests back into this. And you can also, of course, get Ken's book for the Kindle, download it right away, which I need to go do, or even order the paperback. And you can do it right through that link that is right there on your screen and clickable in the comment section of the show right now. So go do that.
If you wouldn't mind doing me the additional favor, once you've read it, leave me a review. Let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear the thoughts and put them out there because the algorithm is pleased.
The algorithm has to be satisfied. That is how this works. Now, we're going to come up to Meadow in just a moment, but first let's jump over to Claire and TJ, the Zenith players. Now, Claire and TJ, what do we have going on this week?
Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Lysistrata by Aristophanes. And then on Monday, we've got Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. All live on our Facebook page, both 7 p.m. Eastern. The Lysistrata translation, we're not going to do it in Greek.
That would be an accomplishment.
That would be an accomplishment. Is allegedly by Oscar Wilde, and then of course Pride and Prejudice is by Jane Austen.
And I happen to love the allegedly by Oscar Wilde edition. That one is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, it is. I mean, I have to say, especially coming up on the heels of you having done Medea and Antigone. Some of the greatest feminist texts seem to have come to us 2,500 and 3,000 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's actually really interesting because we fell into a period in terms of history, in terms of drama, actually, where feminist texts, not that they fell out of fashion, but just with the ability to cast them and the requirements in terms of strictly male casting, made feminist texts just not as popular. And not as likely to be done. So it's really interesting to explore through like a feminist lens, through just a modern lens, like when these plays became popular and how relevant they are now to current events, and how necessary they are for us as performers.
That is just wonderful. Now, I have to say, I'm very excited. In addition to you doing these works this weekend, which I am not a part of, and that's purely based on scheduling for the most part, because dang it, I want to be in front of prejudice. It is one of my absolute favorite stories. So
you're such a Bingley.
I'm not a Darcy to
you. You're too nice to be a Darcy. Darcy's a jerk. He censored himself.
I love you so much. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I have to say, in addition to that, I'm very excited about an upcoming project in about 2 weeks that I'm doing with you all. And I know we're all acting like, ooh, but no, like I am also, we don't know what's happening, but I'm legit excited about the importance of being earnest.
Yay!
Yes, we're doing it as a wonderful co-production between my Zenith players and your Zenith players and my social distancing players. And it's wonderful. So bringing the professional actors and to benefit a wonderful, wonderful community theater. So here's the story, Morning Glory. If you go to the link that I just threw into the comment thread, and I'm about to bring up on screen here in a moment. Here we go. Indiegogo.me, so igg.me/the importance of being earnest, you can go and support the project that will help pay for the actors. We're hoping to get each actor about $150 a piece, and then also raise, theoretically, if we hit our fundraising goal, between $500 and $700 for the Zenith players. And that would allow them to, get not in the public domain scripts, so scripts that you had to get rights for, pay for other things. Yeah, let's put it that way. So I mean, you tell everybody what you would need the money for.
Yeah, so a lot of playwrights right now are releasing their scripts in formats that are accessible to online performances. So we would be in Zoom or StreamYard. Yes. No more of this. That the drink gets me. And really just to be able to bring modern works that people are more familiar with up to online performance, but those require rights. There are rights requirements. So in order for us to do that, the theater company has to allow for a certain amount of money to be paid. So the playwright gets paid because they deserve to be paid as well for their work.
Very important.
So that's also very important. So that is primarily why we've been sticking with public domain scripts with the authors that have long since passed, and the scripts have been around for a long time. But this project will hopefully allow us to gain the rights to modern texts, and then we can keep bringing things like that to you.
Wonderful. I'm so very excited to be working as with you on so many shows. I mean, if you've done nearly 40 shows, I want to say that I'm in the high teens probably for how many I've been with you. I mean,
how many have we cast now? That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and review and go, what did I do? What did I do? But I want to say, probably not 20 yet, but I'm going to say 15.
You're up there.
I would say roughly half of the shows.
Look at me. All right, yeah. I feel good.
I don't know. I feel like there are some performers that have been in more, but you're up there.
And always, like, it's totally volunteer. So if you're seeing this and you are interested in joining us for a reading, please send us an email, casting@zenithplayers.com, and we will get you on board. We are It's not like an exclusive club.
Yeah.
We don't gatekeep. So
It
send us an
might
email.
it might take a little while just because we do have a lot of interest, which is awesome. But please send us an email.
Yeah.
We'll get you right in.
I did one. You guys were awesome. It was so much fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, and it's an absolute joy. So, watch the shows and watch this weekend's show. Oh, goodness gracious! I just hit the wrong button. All right, watch this weekend's shows, which are Lysistrata and Pride and Prejudice, and then of course in just under 2 weeks, The Importance of Being Earnest. That's going to be Wednesday, August 12th. And here's the fun thing: if you donate $30 to the campaign, which again, right there, you can click on that in the show comments. You can join us for Lady Bracknell's post-show tea party, where there will be cucumber sandwiches.
Ooh.
I mean, if you want to eat the cucumber sandwiches, you actually have to make your own, but because it's a tea party but distant. But join us for that. It's going to be a wonderful hangout with the cast for about half an hour after the show, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So
that is the best play with a pun for the title. I'm willing to die on that hill.
Oh, and I love that the entire show leads up to the point of we're going to say the title. And it's just like, oh, it's so it's so beautifully stupid.
Moment at the perfect time.
Freeze frame. Oh my, it's so great. It's so stupidly wonderful. Going back to a couple of comments from our audience members, Laura Boyle is saying, Ken, you're an amazing reader, and the book as a whole is a testament to your writing talent. Unrelated.
Check is in the mail.
Yep. Oh, right. Unrelated, she is quite excited for Zenith Players' Pride and Prejudice.
That's another check in the mail.
There you go. She also said, Ken makes big deal about how he writes free verse. Your husband said, awesome!
Oh, he's awesome, even though he's my enemy.
And Janine Rinker, this seems to be put at the Zenith Players, saying, women seem to put up with the male protagonists better than men put up with female protagonists. We had trouble getting any male actors to audition for a community theatre production of Ladies of the Jury, and actually rehearsed but never did the show.
Oh.
No!
Do the show!
Wait,
Do the show. Do it as a reading online, Janine.
Yeah, Janine, answer in the comments. Did you not do the show because you couldn't get enough people, or because, everything that's going on, as we say in New Jersey, or COVID?
Everything's legal in New Jersey. That's what I hear.
It's true.
That's what I hear. Yeah. All right. Well, in the meantime, while Janine's getting back to us on that, let's talk to Meadow Perry. This is the most squeezed in portion because we wasted so much time up front talking about how bangs and then things just went weird. All right.
And then things went.
All right. So
As
Meadow,
Yes.
you are currently doing the digital Massachusetts Renaissance Fair.
Yes,
Is that correct?
The
All right.
the virtual Massachusetts Ren Fair.
All right. And so tell us about everything that you're doing with that and just what you got going on.
Yeah, I'm doing a 20-minute set tomorrow, actually, at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can check that out on the Massachusetts Renaissance Fair Facebook page. They'll be going live on there. They're going to be live all day. They have a whole schedule of performers doing all kinds of things. They're showcasing some vendors. Last weekend, they had a really great bit about the blacksmith and how authentic he works, and it was really amazing. I love it.
That is fantastic. And what are you going to be doing during your set?
So I will be doing some magic and some bubble magic, doing a little bit of what I do, the bubbles. So I actually have a few pieces in there that I have not performed because of this format. It allows me to perform indoors for the Renaissance Fair. So I'm excited to bring that to this crowd and get to do some of those pieces. And also I get to edit things in there. So I get to show pieces that might have a really high fail rate on stage, but I nailed it in a video, so I can show it. That's really cool.
That I think is one of the unsung wonderful things about doing this right now. That we get to just try our art form in particular new ways. So basically test running if we ever were to become TV stars, among other things.
Yes, basically. It's a lot of fun because I run a one-woman show. So it's, if I got to move a set piece, it's, hold on a second, guys. And I have to do it. I don't have anyone else in my household besides little tiny humans to run.
Make them work. It's impressive when you get tiny people to work for you. It's wonderful.
Yeah, he'll steal the show though.
That's just part of what happens. And it looks like I might be freezing again.
Oh no.
Keep talking. Talk
for
another minute.
I'm also doing an upcoming show with a library. That's on my Facebook page. You can find that there. I'll also be doing a piece in a burlesque show. The details are kind of still forthcoming on that. So if you stay tuned to my Facebook page, you will also see that. And my Facebook page is almost at 4,000 likes. I'm really excited about this, and I want to get it to the 4,000 likes. So if you can go and like my page, that would be awesome, because I only need like 24 more likes, and I'm like holding on tight, trying to wait for that. I was just telling them about how I'm almost to 4,000 likes on my page.
Isn't that exciting? When I hit 4,000 last year, it was so funny. But because I said, like, I was doing countdowns, like, 9 more to go, 8 more to go, and I said, hey everybody, just give me 8, just give me 15 likes to put me over, because I know it's just going to happen. A couple of you are going to drop off, and people were like, no, don't ask for likes. No. And like the commenting, don't ask for likes. It's gauche. It's like, no, it's literally how this works.
Literally. Because we're not working right now, really. We're doing little virtual things here and there. But when things do start coming back and people say, oh, hey, she has a lot of likes, she must be very popular, let's hire her. It's important.
Yeah, it really is. When people, how this works is you see the social media presence, and it's not the only metric to go on, but it is a decent metric to judge of whether we are worth your time as people to hire us. And as Daniel says, your virtual bubble shows are awesome and available for booking for private events.
Yes, they are. I am doing virtual shows privately on Zoom for a multitude of things. Whatever your event is, I can make it happen. If it's a corporate event and you want me to come in on your business meeting and be like, hey, Bubbles, I can do it. If it's a children's birthday party, I can do that as well. So
wonderful.
Bubbles are awesome. Everyone loves bubbles. So
throw a coin to your bubble magician by going to meadowperry.com/tips and click on her very attractive tip jar. You can also give her more likes on Instagram at instagram.com/meadowperry. So at meadowperry on Instagram, facebook.com/meadowperry.art. Go do that one. And just, of course, meadowperry.com. So go do all of the things. And Green Wolf is saying the very sage words. It's amazing that a ginger knows this much. Anyone who says don't ask for likes are people who don't do what we do. That is correct. I mean, it is really genuinely the only way I judge my self-worth in life. So there we are. But bringing everyone else back into the show as we are going into the weird part of the show. McNally also, by the way, is saying, do we have a term for people not in show business? Yeah, we call you
Muggles.
People?
Muggles.
Audience.
Normies.
Audience members? And the thing is, we need the non-show business people so we can be in show business. Because if everyone were in show business...
Arguably the most important part.
Yeah.
But they're also our scene partners.
Yes.
Yes, you really are.
We do what we do without them. So.
I mean, my show is a testament to that. Like, when I am not doing these shows, but rather in the before times, and hopefully also in the after times, when I'm getting to do it live with people, I'm not doing a partner show, just like Meadow. We are single solitary performers that you are our scene partners. So any inside joke I have is with you, the audience. It's not us laughing about something that the audience is like, why is this funny? If I'm laughing at something, it's because I either think it's funny or I've tested it enough times to go, no, this is funny and you're going to laugh with me. And that's why. And or I might just be an idiot. But That's all the thing. Daniel says customers. That's a jaded way of looking at it, although it's true.
I'm right. I'm with them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, friends, it is time for the part of the show where we are going to drink our drinks and then talk about stuff that interests us. This is going to be Drunken Interests. Dun, 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 dun. So, whoever is the most schnookered can go first. All right. And you'll get 1 minute to just info dump on anything you want to info dump on, keeping the language mostly clean.
We're from New Jersey.
I understand, but even New Jersey can, try to be intelligent people. I mean, you can do it.
Our Twitter account says otherwise, but you know.
What happens on Twitter stays on Twitter.
All right. Bill McNally also said patrons. That's another word for you. Patrons.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're going to get into that in a moment. Yeah. But so let's play Drunken Interests. Claire, TJ, or Ken, or Meadow. Who wishes to go first?
You listen to me, buddy.
Oh, right. Ken's going first. All right. Yeah.
Now, listen, there's been a lot of talk out on the internet. Hold on. There's been a lot of talk out on the internet.
Your wife is watching, by the way.
I know. About authors and creators of media properties that many of us love. I could mention Orson Scott Card. I could mention J.K. Rowling. You know, all these people who create some things that lots of people love and then turn out to be trash fires of human beings. And in the literary community, in the discourse, we've been talking about this for a long time because we know deep in our hearts that we are trash fire people and we want people to like our things anyway. So you think about like an H.P. Lovecraft, who, I'm sorry to do this to you for you people out there who didn't know, but he was real racist, and yet he created this whole world where like there's tentacle beards and like big scary things and like and but people want to enjoy the thing, but like he's a problem. So how do you do that? And that's called the death of the author. Because there used to be this argument where like you can enjoy the thing and pretend the author doesn't exist, and mostly what that does is absolve yourself of guilt around ignoring the societal structure within which the art was created, which I personally think is kind of a problem. So what I would recommend when it comes to the death of the author is to know your background and don't give any money to the living people who are trash fires, but understand the context within which you're viewing the art, but you can still enjoy the art. It's fine, unless it's Twilight. No one should enjoy that. But
shots fired.
But listen, don't you get me started. We'll talk about E.L. James too, and I will go there. Don't you worry about where was I?
So the death of the author. All right. Now that's a good info dump. All right. That's a good drunken interest. TJ, Claire, or Meadow?
I've got one inspired by a Facebook comment.
You sound incredibly too sober for this.
All right. Ein Minuten bitte. All right, so a Facebook comment came in during this very show talking about the Pleiades, which is a constellation that can be viewed in the northern hemisphere after starting in October. And if you look up in your sky, it's all of our sky. Do I sound drunk enough yet?
You don't wish to sound like you're trying to claim ownership of the sky.
You can't take the sky from me.
It's all you cannot take the sky from me because it is all of our sky. Anyway, if you look up in the night sky in October, you will see like a smudge, especially if you live in a very populated area with lots of light pollution, because you won't see a whole lot of anything in the sky. But but you'll see a little smudge up in the sky, and that is called the Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters. In Japanese, it is referred to as Subaru, and if you've ever seen a Subaru car, you'll see 6 stars, because that's what they can see in Japan at the same, looking at the same set of stars. So, fun little fact there is the Pleiades. 7 sisters, but you can only usually see 6 of them.
Okay, that I think fit in perfectly with what we're trying to do here.
This is what it's like all the time.
All right.
That actually reminded me of a key laundry tip. If you ever want to like clean up your spears after a battle, you should just put them through the wash.
Oh. And on that, Janine Rinka says they have a dark sky park in our area. Has someone taken the sky from us? Oh, goodness. Oh, and my father-in-law, Ken, says that William Burroughs never had the issue of being a dumpster fire of a human being. So there we have. Janine Rinka says that Lovecraft was not a good scientist.
I agree. Terrible. Garbage of science.
So, Meadow, what's yours?
Bubbles. So, like, all right, when I started on this bubble journey, I did not know how deep bubbles went. They're innocent, right? Just your bad breath in cute little containers, right? No, they're so full of science, it's ridiculous. So like, I decided to get this book to understand my craft better. I got this book, The Science of Soap Bubbles. It is a whole lot of crazy algebra and physics. Nope. I don't do that. So way smarter people than I. But it goes into geometry and physics and amazing things like turbulent force. So if you look at the surface of Jupiter and it's all swirly, that's turbulent force or turbulent flow. I'm sorry, turbulent flow. And if you look closely at the surface of a bubble, you'll see it. All the colors are swirling and it looks really cool. And actually, the air around us is all swirly. If you saw like an infrared, you would see all the air around us swirling, and you would see all the particles. And that's why it's important to wear a mask, because your breath gets all swirly in the air and goes to other people. So wear a mask. But yeah, so just last night, I discovered about the effects that static has on bubbles and turbulent flow, and how that relates to weather systems and how people can manipulate the weather. I know it gets into some weird conspiracy stuff, and the whole bubble thing goes so deep. The rabbit hole is so deep. It's wild. It's so wild.
So where do the contrails come in?
I don't know.
Red pill or blue pill? Red pill or blue pill?
It's bubbles, man. They've taken me down a path.
Bubbles, man. How do they work?
Bubbles, man.
Bubbles, man. All right. Well, this was an excellent drunken interest. Claire, do you have one of your own?
I do. I'm so okay. So, for those of you who chose to have a social life in high school, I learned about Ernest Shackleton and how he got a whole bunch of people stuck in Antarctica for 2 years. Except, you know what he did? It was really cool. So through, being a positive leader and leading by example, he was actually able to keep them alive on a continent where literally nobody is supposed to be alive. Like, it's a continent of nothing. So he actually, just through like sheer stubbornness and willpower, led a group of men through like the most bleak circumstances to actually stay alive. And then there was a chance, the ice broke open, and there was a chance, like a very minimal chance, that they could go and get help. And rather than send somebody else and be like, "I'll wait here," You go. No, he put himself in the boat with his navigator and a few other people and said, I'm going to take this chance and I'm going to put myself out there. And he went out, and then he got to a place where he was actually able to get to a whaling station, except instead of just getting to the whaling station, he landed on the wrong side of the island. So he had to go up and over a mountain in a route that to this day they still cannot replicate. And this was like, it was during World War I, essentially. So he went up and over a mountain and kept his men alive by letting them sleep for 30 minutes and then telling them that they slept for 3 hours, and then kept them up and over the mountain and got to a whaling station, and then got Chile to send a boat to go rescue the rest of his men, and got them back alive at a time when nobody was supposed to be alive, through sheer stubbornness and positivity. And that is leadership.
That was amazing.
All right. It doesn't get much better than that, other than maybe the Prime Minister of New Zealand. But yeah.
Leadership. Get everyone in a lot of trouble, then get them out of it and take credit.
There we go. That's how we do it. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, stop thinking of your toasts, because we're wrapping up the show. These have been wonderful Drunken Interests. One of these days I'm going to do my own, but I'm also not going to waste a lot of time at the top of the show just randomly yelling at Daniel Greenwolf.
Boo! Boo!
Yeah. Oh, and Janine says, one guy lost a toe, no one died.
He was the stowaway.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's amazing. All right.
That's what you get.
Well, friends, we are just about out of time here for Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. If you've enjoyed this show half as much as I enjoyed doing it, then I've enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And that's called math. And thank you for being here, part of it, for my technical issue special edition. I think next week I'm going to go back at, well, no, next week I'm off, but next time I'm going to be back out on the porch. Yes, next week, taking the week off. Yes, no shows next week. Everything is a repeat. I'm going to make sure that you have something to watch during this hour of time, but it is going to be marvelous and wonderful. So if you've enjoyed the show half as much though as I've enjoyed making it for you, I've obviously enjoyed it twice as much as you did, and that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will detail your car, because I got no pride. Throw it into my digital hat. You can go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare and buy me a drink. I usually prefer coffee. Or you can go and become a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. If you go to coffee.com/Shakespeare for $20, if you give me a tip of $20, I will write you your own sonnet. And if you want to go just $10, I will send you a digital copy of my album, Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare. That is a real title. Claire is like losing it at the moment. She's like, why would anybody do something that's stupid? Because it's me. Because it's me. But so go do all the things. And you can also buy other merchandise at shakespeareproofs.com/store. I am finally devoting more time to the website after next week. Because my off-screen wife and I, we are going to go off and have adventures all week, and it's going to be amazing. Wonderful social distanced adventures that are going to include a lot of hiking, and it's just going to be absolutely wonderful. We're going to take a breath and a break away from all of this, and hopefully I will be a better person for it and a better Shakespeare for you. But thank you for being here tonight. And to answer Daniel Greenwolf, no, this was not a repeat. It only feels like a repeat because you feel the need to continually engage with my asinine shenanigans. So that's that. So thank you all very much for being here, and let's go into having some toast. Where's my thing for toast? Oh, yep, a toast. All right, who would like to go first with the toasts?
I'll go first with the toast.
All right, Meadow will go first. Excellent.
I would like to toast to shenanigans and friendship, and may your heart always be as full or fuller than your glass.
Oh, that was wonderful. Cheers. 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 Oh, and following Paolo Garbanzo's example, let us all make very awkward eye contact while we do it.
I don't have my contacts in, so I just look like Ariana Grande looking.
That. I'm gonna sing a song. It's gonna be great. She sounds like. I don't wish to speak ill. I don't wish to speak ill of other professional entertainers.
Listen, don't even. She's
But
amazing.
She sounds like a drunk 5-year-old. Think about it.
How many drunk 5-year-olds do you know?
I know none, but if one were to happen.
A drunk 5-year-old with that vocal range, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the saddest song.
That's not what she sounds like.
That's exactly what she sounds like. Go watch her show back on.
Getting heated.
Go back and watch when she was on TV.
I don't even like pop music, but Ariana Grande is amazing. She's an incredible performer.
TJ is gonna jump through the internet in heaven.
The feud has begun. Let the feud begin.
Oh boy. Oh goodness gracious. All right. In that case, let's send it over to TJ and/or Claire with a toast.
To our scene partners, whether they be in person eventually or online, including you, Daniel Greenwolf. Thank you very much for joining us. And we really do appreciate the energy you send us to keep doing what we do.
Here. Cheers.
Here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Awkward eye contact. Cheers.
Okay. All right. Ken, it's your turn.
Rye, sourdough, Texas, toast.
And the thing is, he's had 3 minutes to think this over. So
May your heart be light and happy. May your smile be big and wide. And may your pockets always have a coin or two inside.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Or at the very least, buy my book.
Yep. Yes, buy his book. Go to Amazon. All right. And oven is preheated. Excellent. And I will give mine now. Here's to art in all its forms, whether it is the written word, whether it is magic, music, theatrical performance, a painting, a drawing, a song. Here's to art. Here's to art for art's sake. Here is to art expressing what is in our souls. In musical theater, we say we sing because we can no longer adequately express the innermost feelings of our heart in spoken word. And it's the same reason why in Shakespeare there's soliloquies. It's one person, sometimes an entire company of dancers, talking to you, the audience, directly, letting you know what's going on. So here's to art, expressing the international global mood right now. Here's to art that signifies changes that are yet to come and chronicles the changes that are happening. Here's to artists, and also here's to all of you for being our patrons. And on that, please go to patreon.com/Shakespeare. Oh, yeah. Oh, but thank you very much, friends, for joining us. This is Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. I am Shakespeare. I think I have promoted myself. Hopefully all of you feel satisfied with getting your promotions as well. Go back through the comics, click on all the things, go get Ken's book, go watch Meadow on the virtual Massachusetts Ren Fair, go and watch Claire and TJ's shows this weekend on Saturday and Monday, and then join us all again in 2 weeks for this show, but also on Wednesday, August 12th for The Importance of Being Earnest. It's going to be a wonderful show. Oh, now you bring out the bubble art.
Wait, I'm so confused. Who is Art?
Garfunkel.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, here's to Art. Garfunkel. And he's a musician. You know, I've heard he paints. I mean,
he's a wonderful poet.
Wonderful guy. There you go. Mm-hmm. He is our bridge over troubled waters. So when
you're down and out.
So cool.
Yeah, and it's just we're gonna give you the solo shot.
Yeah.
It's still going. It is like a combination of a bubble with gack.
It is.
That is amazing.
The recipe.
Pac-Man.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, on that, we can do no better. We'll see you next time, friends. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, and also, in the words of the great Captain Pike, be brave, be bold, and be courageous. These times call for it. I love you, you love me. There's mutual glorious affection.